other than Yearn, dropping round one to Yervase, or Yervase.
Wow.
Maybe butchering that pronunciation, but amazing upset from the Mexico crew. Now we got double Mexico on either side. Hometown hero, Iceblue, coming in from Nogales. Noro rocking that Samus, already off to a great start.
And here on PS2, by 186 units wide, you want to be watching to see how does this Samus control the pace of play. Hey, because Iceblue is going to want to play far away, is going to want to not interact, and then approach using burst movement on his turn. How does Noro disrupt that? How does Noro force the Sonic to commit to moving in a lane, and then use Samus's great horizontal laning tools to stuff that out, force an audible? We see it there early, but if you're going to lean on your tether grab, that spot dodge from Sonic is going to come in 7 ways to Sunday in.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an issue. You got to be so careful. Sonic having such great burst range means he can always lock you down like he did with that jab, like he's doing with the spring. And now, sure, you jump. I just got to play patient. Does go ahead and misses the spacing there. Gets caught by the bomb and the grab. Now off stage, can Noro go ahead and do his job?
Fainting there like he was going to throw out a time bomb. You definitely saw that was what Iceblue was expecting. Unfortunately, though, it's still going to get a little over-aggressive at the ledge. Going to get side switch, forced in the corner for his trouble. But it's going to be Iceblue doing the same. That's going to switch it back around the way it should be for a moment. However, this blue blur so fast, and Kyler, there is no escape. Right now, you just have to find a way past this platform because it might as well be an Iceblue wall.
Yeah, no, you go ahead and lock that down, and it is looking nice and tidy here. Look at that, backing off, going for the charge shots, and I like that. Uncharged, let me go ahead and just confirm the dash attack. But you know what? Iceblue got a couple of confirmations there. Spin dash right into that Nair. Now can we go ahead and shut a little bit more down with that 126%?
Was a little surprised we didn't see the chase afterwards, but who needs it when you can just catch them in charge shot and lag, especially under that platform. Use that spring to get out of dodge, find the back air, take the stock, and Bob's your uncle just like that. Iceblue now has a little bit of a lead to work with. I'd expect to see the Sonic not approach quite so much unless you get a layup like we're seeing.
Yeah, right now, Noro is going to go ahead and take this stage control. Can we go ahead? Yep, we're taking full control here with that down smash. Now at this point, we got a little bit of a chance to bring back that lead. But right now, Iceblue saying, hey, I'm going to put the aggression, just put it a little too far, getting caught up on the other end.
Yeah, wow, great little options to like the time bomb into the pivot walk to find the tether grab there, recognizing that Sonic not going to make a decision no matter how fast those feet move. The brain can only move so fast, but you're going to get caught at point blank range just throwing out partially charged charge shots. That moves so much end lag. And my friend, if you want to get past ledge, if you want to get the Sonic off of you, high end lag projectiles, not the way to do it right now. Noro just has not been able to stuff out Iceblue.
Yeah, this has become a little bit of a problem. You got to shut down that fast little hamster, otherwise he's going to come in. Now, can you go ahead and kill him like a hamster? And I'm standing by him being a hamster, not a hedgehog in this moment, because bro might just die here.
Yeah, listen, we'll see if he follows his lemming identity to its fullest, or if he can find a way to run on back and steal this second stock away. Good homing attack over top, going to have an edge guard opportunity here. Looks to go all the way out for it, but just not able to find the spring. Does have to reset, and in going for that over-aggressive option once again, Noro able to fight back for a moment. Still, though, not able to get away. Both these players do not want to reset to neutral yet.
No, I don't want to reset, and you know what? Iceblue going to go ahead and maintain that control. Ooh, I say that, but you swung a little too early. That has been the one thing that Iceblue has been missing. He's getting so aggressive that sometimes Noro says, hey, I see you, sit down.
Yep, Noro there saying, you screwed up, how about a screw attack? Gonna take that one, now find a wave on back, right past that high spring. I understand why you go for it if you're Iceblue because of the frame data it gives you to be able to then chase him down, follow up like this, but you just have to find a way if you're Iceblue to keep getting a little bit more off some of these advantage stages because you're getting the hit, you're rinsing and repeating until you find the stock. But this is so much damage, so much time that is still just being left on the table through these raw hits. Sonic is so good at sharking floaties, and Samus, well, she's very much one.
Yeah, no, you got to be so careful there. Noro breaking on in with the jab, gets a little too aggressive. Again, this has kind of been the key frame of the story. How do you pick your spots? And right now, they are struggling. Gets the grab. Now we got him off stage. Come on, Noro. Get a little bit more damage. No, Iceblue saying, hey, I'm fast enough to break on in.
Yeah, and that scares me a little bit. You saw it, right? Samus, one of the best ledge trap characters in the game, didn't even attempt it against Iceblue there in that interaction. Now it's going to be Iceblue's turn right after getting back for free to try and get a platform trap of his own, keep this juggle going. This could be a lot of damage here.
logs off stage, 80%. Iceblue getting the grab as well. This is what you were talking about. You were saying, hey, take these advantage states to the fullest, and he does. Iceblue seizing the moment there. Wonderful job. That being said, I'm a little bit worried going into game 2 all the same, because that was too close.
That was very, very close, especially when you look at who was controlling the pace of neutral. Well, right, it was Iceblue. Who was controlling the advantage states? Who was juggling the other one? It was Iceblue. Who was the one edge guarding and hitting those edge guards? It was Iceblue. Why was it that close?
It came down to the kills. I mean, second stock especially. Noro lived to 172 before finally taking a killing blow. And it was the same way during that first stock, but that final one was the first time that Iceblue said, you know what? I'm killing you at a more reasonable percent. I'm dropping you at only 80% here.
And we saw the attempts at those edge guards, as you mentioned, kind of fall through, get cleaned up. But now at the end, right, you have to lock those down. And Noro has to lock down some of these edge traps because you saw the attempts, but you also saw him starting to back away from one, and especially on a smaller stage, there's not the room to breathe that you had before. You have to execute.
Not even going to go off and try to punish the miss on the homing attack. Normally could be very fatal to Sonic, but you know what? Still 39%. Nice little start there from Noro. Now, we got that spin charge right on in and dealing out some nice good damage. I love how he's linking the difference between spin charge and spin dash and recognizing when to pull it.
Yeah, these are very aggressive dash attacks from Iceblue, though. He's just trying to find some cross-up, find some free pressure. But remember, that charge shot does just do a whole lot. So if you put yourself in an end lag near Samus, she will just take that take 40 and then reset that charge once again, just like we're seeing doing here. If Noro can find the feet back to the ground, Nora's in a really good driver's seat right now. But you just have to find a way from Iceblue for a moment, because once Iceblue gets this opening, well, I was going to say he finds the stock, but he just did not feel confident there.
Yeah, just didn't quite feel comfortable, and so we go ahead, reset, save it for later. That's the key thing. When you're playing against Iceblue, man might be holding it for another day. Taking that charge shot on the chin, on the shield. Now, dash attack, look at that, breaking on in. Iceblue, can we go ahead and maintain control? Can we keep the tempo rolling? Yes, sir, 153, got him off stage.
Yes, sir, trying to throw down those springs, right? Keep those lanes a little bit more mixed up. Recognizing the platform, 7 ways to Sunday. Yes, Samus has tools she can throw down, but guess what? She's also floaty, and so the discipline there from Iceblue is going to cost Noro the stock, and potentially a lot more, right? If you don't find this one back fast, this percent lead could get real out of hand.
It really is at this point. 50% already on the stock, and look at that, catching the Zair. Now, we're going for a homing attack, getting a little aggressive, and I love it. Bro is eating him alive. This is his city. This is his town. We are celebrating Iceblue today.
Yes, sir. Iceblue just blazing around this stage right now. Feels like well in the head of Noro, right? You see that he's just constantly willing to get in the face, and once you're there, Noro has had to pull every trick out of the hat just to find the hit, just to find the stock. Gets one with the jab dash attack, but that one's not going to work again yet.
No, you got to be so careful with that at this point. The trick has been played. He knows. Now, though, I love that. Charge shot cancel into grab. Going to go ahead, lock him up in the air. Dude, the call out with dropping the heel on his head. Didn't quite hit, but still a message being positioned out there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, right, a message in a bottle, maybe not what you're looking for when you're down this far. You got to be careful. You don't just drown. And what a find from Iceblue. So good at finding a way to call out these Samus descents over and over again. And if Iceblue just played this a little bit more patient, I feel like we'd be seeing this lead just only climb. Instead, Noro doing a good job of keeping himself in this one.
Now at this point, Noro slowing down the position of the game, but Iceblue saying, hey, this tempo, this momentum, I like it being that fast pace. I like the pedal to the metal right now. Now, though, we see Noro taking his shot, breaking on in with that forward air. Do we get the charge shot? No, sir. Iceblue, a little bit of an attempt there, but Noro having that recognition to go ahead and reposition with the bombs.
Yeah, try to reel him in, but the poke on back says, I see your medicine, I want some of my own. Noro going to now have the slower pace of play he was looking for, but has to find a way to find this stock. We've said this, I feel like a broken record, but it has truly been the story. Is he'll get the percent, he'll climb up there, and then struggle to find this last hit, but finally a forward air, something we've seen so few of, and they've all worked. But when it matters most, that's the trick that gets the stock. Noro just needs to find a way back.
Speaking of working forward airs,
no.
Oh my, bro really set that. I got a little bit scared for a moment, and you know what? Maybe I should have been scared because Iceblue taking up, tearing up a little bit more damage. We get another grab, put him at the ledge. This is where Samus thrives, but you know what? Iceblue, always going to thrive when he's on that Sonic.
That's crazy, by the way, that he just tried to parry that spin attack. It didn't get punished for it, but the fact that he dropped his shield into it is gnarly. Now it's going to be Noro once again trying to line up for the right charge shot. You can see, right, he's back off, he's charging it, he's looking. You know what he wants. Now that it's gone, Iceblue trying to take advantage, right? Says, okay, it's my turn, take the pressure, has you in the corner. This game is going to end in the next 30 seconds, Kyler, one way or the other.
It's just a question of who. Do we get the charge shot coming in through Noro? Noro holding at that ledge, but the grab right there going to be the down throw here. Of course, being a little too far, but the aggression that allows for Noro to regain stage control.
He could have just gone for an up air there and killed him, but instead opts to reset the situation, send him on the coast to coast. The charge shot's not going to find its mark. The spring will ill though, and Noro getting sprung from. How did Iceblue find a way out of there?
This is a bit of a problem at this point. Both players near that kill percent. Dash attack only getting the weak hit, meaning Noro still has to find one more. Can Iceblue go ahead and re-secure it? Up air, gonna do it with the whiff on the DI. Noro catching him out.
And you could hear there, right, as soon as he lost, you could hear the no from the crowd. They were behind their boy to the end, but unfortunately Iceblue just kind of let that one slip through his grasp. And if you are moving into the set, right, you're like, okay, I'm Sonic, I win this matchup, I won game one, I felt like I should have won it by more than I did, I now just lost the second game to getting DI mixed after giving up my own situation for victory a couple times. That mental stack is teetering right now, and you have to be careful to not let it fall over.
Don't let it become a problem in the long term. These up airs starting off, I like Noro just saying, hey, I'm going to reset the position. That allows me to go ahead and get some charge and then come right back in a swinging and get that 90% that we just saw. Bomb at the ledge, confirming for that charge shot right there. And now Iceblue kind of put on notice in his hometown.
And that's his third jump off ledge in a row to start that start the game as well. El now going to get the edge guard. I like the reset. Both these players coming into this game 3 with a lot more confidence than we saw in the first two. Ooh, just waiting now, taking the moment, trying to trap the landing. Samus, though, not going to give that one to you. And instead, it's just going to be about finding that mid-range to pounce on these projectile bursts.
Alrighty, Iceblue, I love the patience, but unfortunately, you sent it the wrong way, meaning Noro has his opportunity. This is the first stock lead that we have seen for Noro at this point. Iceblue, come on, this is Nogales. This is your city. Do it for your people here.
Sir, I mean, Iceblue, really we're seeing just throw out a lot of non-committal hitboxes, not really want to kind of come in, especially on the ground, nearly as confidently as we saw in the first 2 games. And when it is, it's normally something very high commitment that we're just seeing get shield and whip punished. These jumps, these descents especially have gotten called out, and while you are getting this corner pressure, these start openings with your dash attack and your raw ground speed, you're not converting them into much, right? It feels like what we saw from the first 2 games of the set is fully flipped on its head right now in Noro's favor.
Yeah, ooh, I love the weak charge shot, but getting a little aggressive. Iceblue not going for the up air, instead opting for the nair. The spring, now off stage. Can we secure a stock? Iceblue letting him live to 149.
Interesting if we see him go for that charge shot down smash again, because we have seen Iceblue show the roll-in habit. And even though he's the one to find the smash attack there, find the stock, get a little smackaroo of his own to get on the board, right? You can see the downloads that Noro is tracking. You can see the progress they're making. And it's just the micro spacing, the micro mix-ups that Iceblue has been so good at here as the set moves forward.
Now, got it at a little bit of a slower pace at this point. Both players trying to take their time, reposition, feel good about it. Iceblue jumping right on over those charge shots, but gets caught by one, and all of a sudden, we are back in it for Noro.
The neutral air cross-up, finding a little bit of aggressive way to just get off me, get off shield, recognizing you're floaty, there's not much else you can do than throw the hitbox there. Going to get around the homing attack. Great matchup awareness from Noro, now putting themselves in a great position to go up 2-1 after a devastating start to this set.
Yeah, trying to go ahead and contain Iceblue, but Iceblue breaking on in. Now, gonna go ahead and try to shut out this stock here. Does get the nair, but still, Noro living to see another day as we got full charge shot in tow.
Noro has made the right side of this platform their home, and I am happy with it. The platform movement is getting more confident. You can see the line around this outer edge of Battlefield that they've set up, now just trying to seed into the stage. Why? Because it means Sonic is moving. Once you're in that initial dash animation, remember, that's whiff lag. Sonic is going to love the initial dash to reposition. Noro has tried to bait and punish those initial dashes and the swing that comes afterwards time and time again in this Game 3. It has been effective. Right now, though, it unfortunately caused him to get put in the edge guard situation, and again, this was Iceblue's bread and butter. Why has he just stopped edge guarding?
Yeah, I will say, Iceblue struggling to get that stock at this point. This is what came very close to losing him game 1, and this time I think it might just lose him this game 2 if he can't do it fast. 150. We're going to go ahead, hit the spin charges. We're going to go ahead, hit those spin dashes. Try to go ahead, mix up the timing, regain a little bit of control here as we see Noro slowing it down with the bombs, with the charge shot.
That was actually a good back air to take, by the way, too, because even though he got put off stage, lost his jump for it, you saw Noro just like not recognize that it even hit and didn't put himself in the backest position to get the edge guard. All right, now Iceblue gets the full stage to run away, find something. If he doesn't die to this up throw, which he will, he had a chance. Unfortunately, Yin, a chance
doesn't mean you win.
Nope. And in a saloon, a chance normally means you get shot.
And you know what? Noro, no stranger to shooting him up, goes ahead, sends him off into the heavens. Dude, this is that moment. You hear that music? That's because this is the do or die time for the Nogales boy, all right? We are here in Nogales' cultural center. This is meant to be a celebration of the city, a celebration of what the community is. Iceblue, can you pull up?
And I think the biggest answer is, you know, we're seeing these empty hops on platform, right? Trying to get Noro to jump, right? Recognize, okay, once you're a floaty, once you're in the air, I get so much damage if I can find my hits. But we've seen some DI mixes start to make those low percent back airs to get the extensions miss, and then we're just seeing Iceblue just not get too much, just drop a lot of these ground to air conversions.
Yeah. Now at this moment, though, we are starting to get some of those ground-to-air conversions, as you were mentioning. That up air to the nair. Now, locked him on the plat, and instead going to go ahead and take a back air for the troubles. And look at that. You mentioned earlier, Iceblue keeps jumping, and Noro has been finding the callouts with the forward airs.
Yeah, right. Both these players have the same game plan, which is when you jump, I punish you. Unfortunately, so far as the set has gone on, it's been Noro that's done a better job than the hometown hero. Iceblue just going to take the damage there with the neutral air, reset to call out the time bomb, and try and close out the stock here. Not going to get it is after a missed tech. That second delayed spring was devious.
Yeah, it was, but you know what? We take those every day of the week. Still a very late stock at 140%, but a stock nonetheless. We got the double back air coming in, the double kick, the dash attack, 57%. We even got another forward air. Can we go ahead and seal it out? Look, that was definitely one of those down airs.
It was, I think that looked like a forward air just based on body position a little bit, my friend, but was absolutely trying to pull the trigger and seal that stock away. Does have to back away, but 63% still good extra credit. You just have to find a way in, and it's that ground hit. What happens when you get hit by easy charge shot? You roll in. At least that's what Iceblue's been doing the whole set.
Hey, one thing I've learned is roll after getting hit by charge shot. I love that stall attempt right there. And Noro with the back away into the grab. We've gotten a couple of threats there after the jab one, and this time Noro finding a new way to pull the trigger as he is at 80% and counting.
Very creative stuff here from Noro. He knows the platform positioning. He wants to try and find the side switch. So he's trying to force it at all costs. Otherwise, just back up, right, fade away, and force them to leave you the one in stage control. When he messed up, that's when Iceblue found a way in. But you can see the game plan he's executing to perfection here.
That's looking so good right now. We get the grab to back, though. Off stage, do we get those edge guards that we saw so much of in Game 1, Game 2? No, we just let him back to the ledge. And the whiff on the call-out, that means Noro back in a position here.
That's something we saw Iceblue do during Game 1 and the early parts of Game 2, which was that short hop homing attack to come over the top of the lesser charge shots, kind of dance around the edge of the platform. We've seen him move away from it, just starting to run into more of these charge shots in initial dash range once the set has moved on. But if he can find ways to dance around and get in past charge shot, just like that grab on the dancing shield, that's his key to victory. He just needs to not let himself get late. He needs to find approaches on his terms.
Now at this point, the approaches are all on Iceblue as Noro has decided to go ahead and disengage. Iceblue does go ahead and low profile that. I love the utilization of the spin right there. Gets him off stage, 161. this has been the problem all set. Can Iceblue shut out this stock, or is Noro going to go ahead and retake a little bit of position here?
He tried to find the shield poke there, but great discipline in shielding there from Noro to recognize the angling, recognize the position, to not let it up that easy. Spring gonna reset the situation, but you're not just dead yet if you're Noro. I like the use of the tether to avoid the second spring this time around, right? Making the adjustments, but not making the adjustment to avoid the platform. That landing trap, my friend, is lethal.
Yes, sir. Now, 87% though. Noro did a really good job of going ahead and cleaning it up, but at this point, this is where Iceblue does his best. These low percent combos. We saw it with that 36. Now, trying to go ahead and catch with an up air, a dash attack, anything to get it started. And that bomb, though, going to stop it for the moment, but Iceblue right back on in.
Yeah, 75%. You saw him jump in there, try to get the conversion, steal a stock away off that time bomb. Unfortunately, Iceblue was ready, and so Noro now trying to make something, anything happen to force a last stock situation. He does not want this one to go game 5. He finally got some momentum, and he wants to ride it all the way to the bank. Iceblue, though, showing you that the tortoise in the hare, right? Showing you slow and steady wins the race, and despite playing the blue blur, right now, he is the one who has been trying to slow this game down, and it is working.
That's the nice thing. When you're the fastest, you not only can run in the fastest, you can run away the fastest. Does get caught up by that screw attack. Nonetheless, you might be able to run, but you can only run for so long. Now, at ledge, these bombs shutting it in. Try to get the down smash, but you know what? Iceblue coming in and locking the stage position once more.
There you go, the spin dash, the multi-hit, going to find a way through. Unfortunately for you, though, that screw attack is going to make that screwed option send you to the blast zone. Now, though, Yin, it's going to be out of shield option versus out of shield option. It's going to be a way for Noro to create any amount of space, and you have to be careful here because it's so tempting to swing early, but you just can't because Sonic will whiff punish you for it.
Now, Noro opting to go ahead and use that platform as a little bit of a hidey hole there and gets the double, not quite the triple up air. That Spring saving him there. And now, you mentioned you can't swing too early, otherwise Iceblue is going to break in, and that's what happened.
Yep, we're just seeing the walks. We're seeing, right, the charge shot back to shield. Say, if you hit me, if you hit my shield, fine, but I cannot let you on the ground and have an opportunity against me swinging first just like that, right? You saw the punish was ready. It just didn't space in. That's the only preemptive swing we've seen from Noro.
At this point, all of a sudden, a game that looked like Iceblue's to lose is getting really difficult here. Almost getting the back air to go ahead and shut it out. Iceblue, can you go ahead and close up? Noro.
There's no jump.
No jump. Does Iceblue know it?
He didn't even look to capitalize on that option. Gonna get caught in the turnaround now, charge out of his own. This is very much kill percent for both players. The back throw, though, is gonna do it. We are going to game 5. Iceblue holding on, and the crowd popping off for their boy. Yin,
dude,
he said it's too easy. I'm gonna be honest, Sonic.
I don't think it was that
agree.
easy. I don't think it was that. I think you wanted to be a little bit easier. I'll keep it a bug. But you know what? Either way, the home crowd is feeling good. Check this replay right here. Look at this. Goes in with the forward air, gets the grab, back throw. Nice and easy. You thought you were going to come in, dash attack me? No, I'm shutting it down here and now.
It was great positioning, right? It really is all it was. Was recognizing you have to fair before a platform. You're floaty. You can only go so far, and in order to land, as long as I dash back to ledge, I can just move under this space and grab you. I can whip punish you 100% of the time. If it's a fast follow, you can't do that. Now, though, you see game 5, they don't even want to hit each other. It's already been 20 seconds.
Yeah, Iceblue has decided, you know what, I'm playing slow today. Noro saying, fine, I'll aggress if I have to, but you know what, Iceblue going to be the ones to get the first big conversion. Nice and cool, 39%. Gets the forward air too, with the bomb even canceling the interaction there. Now at this point, locked at ledge. Can we go ahead and get a little bit of something here, Iceblue? Back air, pop him on the other platform.
Stray trying to find a way down, but Iceblue's so good at calling out, waiting for those time bombs, right, that are early, almost reflexive from Noro, and then pushing him out of the path back time and time again. Looked for it there, but Noro finally with the adjustment and a very creative route back to stage has to find a way to just stop the momentum that Iceblue is building, because hit or not, every reset to neutral is immediately an advantage state in Iceblue's favor.
Love that tech right there. Not going to go ahead and drop the stock. We saw a couple of times where that stock could have been gone. Now, 118. Do we go ahead and hold this stock just like the others, or is Iceblue going to go ahead and clutch it out?
Ooh, just got caught in the awkward position there from Sonic being too fast, right? You could tell maybe wanted a back air, but just had to go for the neutral air just to make sure that your button connects in the position. Great coverage, recognizing, hey, he's starting to charge out in the air more. Where's the opportunity to do that? Where can I cover him if I'm set up under this platform? These players' awareness of those raised heights has been immaculate, Yin.
Oh!
But you can't swing grounded in this matchup.
I love that too, because we've seen multiple times where Iceblue swung a little bit too early, got caught up by the roll option. This time around, Iceblue specifically planned for it, and now we are putting full aggression here. Spin dashes, homing attack, spin charge, 44%. Gonna go ahead and hold the shield, expecting to hit.
Yeah, that charge shot, though, covers so much space, as does the up smash in. Not one hit, but two, to cover the whole stage and close out the stock. Who needs combos when you've got that much sauce?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, going for that down air again. He's so aggressive with them, and they haven't been able to connect.
Yeah, I like this air for a little bit extra damage, right? Just gives you the time. Says, I want to try and reset my ledge trap. He doesn't land its mark. And Iceblue's so good with these empty hops and neutrals still in center stage, just to keep him guessing. Now going to find the coast-to-coast off mix alone. My friend, Iceblue has just been locked in on another level this game 5.
Yeah, it's starting to come through, even down to that shield poke. But you know what? Noro going to go ahead and lock in onto the targeting systems here. We got the charge shot. We got the Zairs. Can we go ahead and get another back air? No, we're going to go ahead and get the screw attack instead. Yeah, welcome to 78.
You saw him get antsy here, right? Trying to find a vertical combo starter, trying to shark a landing a little bit. And Noro said, okay, you're going to show your cards that much. I will read them all the way indeed. Was ready for the roll, but just not ready for the punish. He is Iceblue now, who's trying to find a way. Again, that high homing attack to get an opening. But how do you convert now?
Unfortunately, not going to be any conversion quite yet. Taking a little bit of time here. I do like the fact that we're mixing in still a lot of these spin charges. Get those multi-hits rolling with the aggression. Now, the patience and absolute tension here that you can cut with a knife.
Again, this is like the beginning of the game, right? Just both players so willing to stay in shield. The patience, paramount. Game 5 in. One of these players is moving on. One of them going down to a loser side bracket where you never want to be. It's going to be Iceblue finding the first hit to dislodge, but still not enough. That metal armor is heavy, just not quite heavy enough against those quills. And all of a sudden, Noro got to do something once again.
This crowd is feeling good right now, too. 39% already. Iceblue finding the positioning. Now, we're going to go ahead, wait just a moment. We see the charge shots. We are not playing that game.
Yeah, I like the reset to the other side here. Force him to use all his resources. Unfortunately, Sonic Air Dodge, very good. That shield a Skittle, though, so that's not going to be an option earlier. He has to jump. That's his go-to comfort option. Noro, though, didn't call it out, and now has to find the juggle for a third time.
And does not do so now. Iceblue gonna go ahead, find those forward airs. Now off stage, could go ahead and steal the stock nice and early.
Wow, great way to find a way back, but the immediate screw attack going to give Iceblue one more opportunity to take the stage control again. And 50.9 doesn't feel like a lot of percent, but it's just enough where the next interaction is going to put you well into kill range, probably in the corner to boot, right? This charge shot across stage, somehow still not enough. Noro cannot finally taking the stock.
And I will say, you can see by the way Iceblue is playing, some of that pressure kind of breaking in. This is the hometown, all right? Sometimes you got the homies cheering and you want to do them proud. Don't let that get to your head. Let it instead fuel you. And right now, Iceblue is doing just that. 97%. Can we steal the stock at the ledge here?
And you can see with the no headphones on in the player cam, he can hear that power up in full. And you can tell it's locked him in, right? Those roars from the crowd out might be coming in and out of our mics, but they are fully constant here in the venue. Going for the edge guard. You heard the roar before you heard the gasp the second he went off stage. And it almost felt like that gasp was the cue for Iceblue, because we heard it, and then he immediately ran off and went for the edge guard. That was an edge guard that he has been a little reticent to commit to, but when the crowd wanted it, he delivered. And because of that, Yin,
no mamas. Oh, look at that. Immediately coming on in, seeing the bomb stall and saying, you know what, you've done that one too many times. I'm done with that shit.
And that's what he was best at, too. Like, right, we talked about all the patience, all the ebb and flow, the adjustments, counter adjustments, through the whole set. Iceblue said, if you time bomb, that's my time to hate you.
It was so phenomenal right there. And I mean, the fact that you got to do it in your home city during what is this cultural event. I mean, I know I've said it a couple times. Look, I'll be honest. This is my favorite event. This is my favorite event I have ever worked. I remember last year. In fact, there's a little bit of a story. It was a little